Hello, I'm going to be playing the cello part for Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah. Scoot this back just a little bit so that way people see a little bit more. So some things to consider. We want to make sure that we are starting at a fast-ish tempo and we're playing marcato. Marcato is like a slightly longer staccato. So there should be some separation, but the notes are still a little lengthy. They're not like super duper choppy. And we're gonna have that style until we get to 21. In 21 it slows down and it's smoother, as it says. And then we have a ritardando and a fermata in measure 30. So we're gonna slow down and then we hold the last note, cut off, and then 31 it starts right back into the original tempo and we're back to the marcato style. Okay. And then in measure 57, that says broaden. So it's going to be kind of like another ritardando. We're going to slow it down and use full bows and things like that. You also have C sharp there as an accidental. And then the other thing is where, like measure 54 in the very last measure, you have the notes with the X's, and it says hey. You're going to say hey, and not just like hey, not like that, like hey, 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 like yeah. Woo. Okay. So, and I know it's kind of weird and cheesy, but it will sound fine if the orchestra commits to it. If the orchestra doesn't commit to it and people are like, hey, 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 then it's going to sound awful and lame, and we don't want that. Okay, so as weird as it is to go and have stuff like that, it works and it sounds fine. Like in the whole thing and everything, it sounds good when everyone's committing to it. It's when people don't commit to it is when it sounds kind of, okay. All right, here we go. A lot of open D and open A. I apologize. It is a pretty easy cello part and bass part. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. All right. So I ended up having a couple of finger flubs just because I had just played on viola and I forgot what clef I was reading for a second. So as you can tell, there's a lot of open strings. So you want to make sure you don't go and get stuck and assume that things are always open strings, and that when you actually do have to use your fingers, that's like you're ready for it. Okay, because that kind of got me just a little bit. So you do have some fingerings and stuff that are marked for when you actually, start putting fingers down. But otherwise, you are helping keep the beat, and you're helping the foundation and giving like a good line to build off of. So I know it's not the most woohoo part, but that happens sometimes. So it'll be fine. Make sure you're being consistent with your tempo between like when you return from to the faster sections. Make sure you don't rush the slow section, and you're getting the style and everything. Okay? Good luck.